ahead of their showdown tonight at the Alamo Dome.
Yeah, the Roadrunners take on Tulane, but before that, there's a different kind of pregame party. RJ is live at UTSA with more. RJ, this is a big kind of party.
That's right, Courtney and Stephanie. The mothership has descended upon UTSA's main campus. We're getting ready for Sports Center coming at you at 1 o'clock, and we already have a great student body ready to go. Here, let's go. Let's get them hyped today, guys. All right. Thank you very much for that, fellas. Yeah, they are getting ready, guys, for, again, Sports Center Live coming at you at 1 o'clock. We're going to get some students out here. We're going to have head coach Jeff Traylor out here as well. A costume contest. It's going to be just a lot of fun. We also have a piñata over there that is of the Tulane Green Wave. I know they're kind of setting it up. It's already filled with candy. UTSA hoping to smash that piñata and also smash the Green Wave later on today. So earlier out here at UTSA's main campus, we got a chance to speak with Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Dr. Lisa Campos, about the importance of having this event here today at UTSA. Let's hear from her.
It's going to be a party. It's going to be a fiesta. We have Las Palapas. We have County Line providing food. Coach Traylor is going to be interviewed. We have mariachi. We have salsa. We have cheer. So a real opportunity to showcase San Antonio, our culture, who we are on national television.
One more. All right, guys, yes, and it is all about the culture here at UTSA as they continue to try and build this program. Again, the game tonight, 6:30 at the Dome, but the party is going on right here. Right, fellas? Let's go. All right, guys, love the energy out here. Cannot wait for Sports Center Live coming up at 1 o'clock. Everyone is invited to attend. Again, head coach Jeff Traylor will be part of the broadcast. There's going to have a race in the back there. They're going to have a costume contest. It's just going to be a lot of fun out here. Guys, back to you in the studio.
I love it.
Get in on the cheering.
Yes, yeah. I love the excitement there, RJ. Thank you so much. Maybe you'll hit the piñata later.
How special that Sports Center's here.
Yeah. I'm a little jealous.
I know Justin's like fanning out a little.
I can hear it now. Dun, 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 dun.
There you go.
I love some Sports Center. All right, that's good stuff. Thank you, RJ. Okay, the aquifer is up 1/10 of a foot to 626 today. At least it is up. Yes, that is exciting. We need it. Pollen count, molds are still high for whatever reason. 2,850. Ragweed is low. Trick or treat forecast, weekend forecast coming your way right after the break.
The Spurs are going for history tonight. It's hard to believe this franchise has never started a season 5-0, but that's on the line at the Frost Bank Center against the Heat tonight.
That's right. San Antonio is averaging a league best 131.5 points per game this season. So on the flip side, the Silver and Black are giving up a league low 104 points per game. And it will come down to defense tonight to cool the Heat.
They're playing the fastest, I think the fastest in the league right now. A lot of transition, a lot of one-on-one basketball, swing, pass, a lot of stuff like that. So it'll be a physical game. They got some big guys, they got some really good players. So, I mean, it'll definitely test our defense. Credit to the coaching staff, man. They've been giving us a lot of good stuff, a lot of film. We come here every day and we're watching film. We're practicing as if we're playing Miami that day. So I credit to them, man. They've been doing a really good job with that.
So what is the key to kind of dealing with what they're doing now on offense?
We gotta play defense.
So San Antonio will host 3-1 Miami tonight at 7:30 at the Frost Bank Center. Go Spurs, go!
And we want to see your Spurs spirit right here on KSAT. So use the QR code on your screen to submit photos and videos of you getting hyped up as the Spurs try to go 5-0 to start off the regular NBA season. It's never been done before, so we'd love you to show off your pics, videos, being a diehard Spurs fan, and we can't wait to see them.
Yeah, it's exciting. And you can actually wear a Spurs jacket or sweater today.
Zip it up.
There you go. Well, and usually we reserve the weekends for like our big sports moments, but tonight we have the Spurs, UTSA playing at the Dome, and you got a bunch of high school football games. So it's a busy night sports-wise, and the weather's going to cooperate. If you're going to some of those games, it's going to feel a lot like fall. Real quick before we get into weather, I did want to show you this TransGuide shot. This is I-37 or 281 right there where they become one, in that exit to 35 northbound, and there is a car that looks like it has crashed there right where the exit sort of starts. So that's going to cause some backups. You can't get on the I-35 right now if you're going southbound on 281. So just please be aware of that. Looks like they're trying to get this cleaned up pretty quickly, but that is an ongoing issue. All right, drought monitor came out a little bit earlier this morning, and it shows us what we already knew. Of course, we did get some rain last week, and look, it may have helped a little bit, but it is still not enough. We are in extreme drought. We erased a little bit of the exceptional drought, which is great, but I have a bad feeling that you're going to see this get worse again because we have a very dry forecast ahead of us. Really, we continue to be one of the hardest hit places in the state. And with rainfall, we're at 26.28 for the year, 28.19 is the average. So we're still running about 2 inches below average. And you look at Del Rio, you're talking about 11 inches below average. That is incredible. It's been incredibly dry out that way. But at least we're going to enjoy some beautiful weather over the next several days. And the morning low was down to 40 here in San Antonio. So if you were out and about this morning, you know what I'm talking about. It was most certainly jacket weather. And there were a couple spots in the hill country that did briefly touch freezing. We've now rebounded quite nicely, 64 degrees at the airport, and very, very uniform numbers across the area. Light winds, blue skies, just the way you like it. 70 at 2 o'clock, 72 3 p.m. 74 will be our high. And with clear skies tonight, dry air, you'll see temperatures fall pretty quickly again. 59 at 11 o'clock, 57 midnight, and we'll start off in the 40s again tomorrow morning. I mentioned some Thursday night football. This is just one of many games. Smithson Valley, MacArthur, that's at Hero Stadium. But look at these temperatures. I mean, that is great. 63 halftime, 59 once the game is winding down. So it may be one of those situations where you want to take a blanket with you. But yeah, it's good football weather. And what about trick-or-treating? Let's get you that forecast. And for tomorrow night, when you start trick-or-treating, eerily nice, 72. For 7 p.m., 69. Frighteningly comfortable. 8 p.m., 66, creepy cool. And at 9 p.m., scary perfect. I tried. Anyway, it's bottom line is it will be very nice out there tomorrow night. Very quickly, I do want to talk about the weekend. We do have some moisture on the way. It'll be a very brief window, but Saturday morning we'll see clouds increase, and then we may start to see a few showers affecting the area Saturday evening. 20% chance. Certainly wouldn't cancel your weekend plans, but Saturday is the one day in our extended forecast here where we do have a rain chance. 77 tomorrow, 76 Saturday, 73 Sunday, and then more sun and more warmth coming up next week.
Thank you, Justin. We like this cooler weather.
Scary perfect.
Yes. Well, every month during the school year, our KSAT team recognizes a local educator with the Educator of the Month award. And today we're going to introduce you to a music teacher at Barrera Elementary at Somerset ISD who tells us he loves giving his students the opportunity to be creative. Well, he's been teaching music for about 20 years now. However, Mr. Juan Saldana is going on his second year as Staff Sergeant Michael P. Barrera Veterans Elementary at Somerset ISD. And last week, we surprised Mr. Saldana during Homecoming Week with the Educator of the Month award. Take a look.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
Mr. Juan Saldana? Yeah, that's you. Congratulations. You are KSAT's Educator of the Month.
No way! You're kidding!
The Somerset Junior High School Mariachi Azul del Cielo making an appearance at Barrera Veterans Elementary to surprise Juan Saldana with the Educator of the Month award.
I am super surprised. This came out of nowhere. I had no idea. Gracias, Mariachi. One more. All right. But this I want to just watch now.
Surprised and humbled, Mr. Saldana taking in the moment as he was serenaded by these middle school students. Tell us what you think about him getting this recognition.
I'm so excited for him. Mr. Saldana is incredibly passionate about what he does.
5, 6, 7, oh, the noble Duke of York.
So have him recognized for the work that he loves to do is just amazing. I'm really proud.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies.
Mr. Saldana is going on his second year here at Somerset ISD. And he's already started so many different music clubs with the kids.
And music is one of those things that gives them their opportunity to be creative. We have several music clubs, a piano club, ukulele, a show choir, and an orphan ensemble called Notas Alegres. Oh, hunting we will go, hunting we will go.
Mr. Saldana's love of music and education stemmed from when he was in marching band at Holmes High School. From there, he was the band director at several schools, including Pearsall and Throckmorton ISD.
Above the fruited plain.
But his focus switched to elementary education, which brought him to Barrera Elementary.
Ready, go.
Tell me a little bit about how much you like being in Mr. Saldana's class.
I like being in his class because what he teaches us, what he does for us, he likes to do music for us.
All right, very good. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Thank you very much for warming us up. These kids are like sponges, okay? And I'm the one that's filling their glass for the first time for their love of music. All right, very, very nice job, boys and girls. That was lovely, 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 lovely.
So special. I love it. Baby.
Thank you.
Congratulations to him, and thanks for working with the kiddos.
Absolutely.
All right, it's game day, and things are revving up on the UTSA campus. RJ Marquez joins us live again in the middle of the action in just a couple of minutes.
Well, again, right now, ESPN Sports Center is set up at the University of Texas at San Antonio.
Students and fans are gathered at the Rowdy Lawn, getting ready for the sports show that will tape live at 1 p.m. And RJ Marquez there ahead of the UTSA Tulane game. We see there are even more students gathered behind you than last time.
That's right, guys. Things are getting rowdy here, pun intended, at the UTSA main campus. And joining me right now is the one and only Matt Berry. He's the Sports Center host. He's going to be calling the game tonight at the Alamo Dome. So, Matt, just how cool is it for you being here in the Alamo City?
Man, I love it. I mean, look at the crowd. They're this early. I mean, we start in about a half hour, and the crowd's already out here. Like you mentioned, it's getting rowdy again, pun intended. So it's actually a good opportunity. I think UTSA is one of those places that's deserved national attention for a while, and so we're happy to bring it to them today.
So you're getting a chance to talk with Coach Traylor. We love Coach Traylor here. We love that East Texas drawl out here in San Antonio. So what is it about Coach Traylor that you think he has brought to this program and just the energy around this team?
Well, and I think that's it. The operative word there is energy and familiarity, right? A lot of times in college football, we've seen it over the last couple of weeks now, where fit doesn't exactly always become an automatic with a head coach. And so when you look at Coach Traylor, he understands the great state of Texas. He understands what it takes to win. He understands what kind of talent you need at certain levels to win, and he's done that here. This team's talented now, and I think he is such a good fit because he understands what it takes to be a coach in Texas.
All right, Matt, so what are you looking forward to tonight as the Roadrunners take on Tulane? This is a big game for UTSA, try and get back to 500.
Really the similar situation they had last year, right, against Memphis. Memphis comes in with playoff aspirations, UTSA trying to figure it out. They come in the lights-out game and they pull off an upset, and it really is identical to what we're seeing tonight. Tulane's got one of the hottest coaching candidates in the country. They've got playoff aspirations. They're leading the American. Yet UTSA wants to spoil that. And I think with this kind of setting and what talent they have on the team, I think we're in for a fourth quarter game, if not in the final 5 minutes of the game.
All right, good stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be tonight on ESPN 6:30. Matt's going to be calling the game here. And I got to ask you a very important question.
Yeah.
Have you been able to try some of our fine food here in the great city of San Antonio?
We went to La Fonda on Main last night, and I'm a Mexican food freak. I love it. It's my favorite. So to be able to get back to Texas, get some of that good Tex-Mex was a great spot for me.
All right, great choice there, Matt. We're getting things ready to go here. The UTSA main campus cannot wait for tonight's game. Matt, thank you very much for being with us, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, again, kickoff tonight, 6:30. They're going to start here, Sports Center, at 1 o'clock. It is open to everybody. As you can see, the fans are already starting to line up out here. Things about to get fun and rowdy out here at UTSA. Guys, back to you.
Very cool.
I know. I love it. I love it. And he tried the right place.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, that's not too far from us.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: it's about time the UTSA gets some love.
They
are a sleeping giant. I'm an Aggie, but man, UTSA, there's such good resources there. They're going to the Pac-12. I mean, I love that Sports Center's highlighting this great school. So it's awesome. All right, I want to show you the temperatures across the state. You just saw the city cam there, and we are dealing with just beautiful weather. It is 64 degrees at the airport right now, 64 here in San Antonio, 61 San Angelo, 63 Abilene. These are areas that did get below freezing this morning, but the entire state is dealing with great weather today. And I want to show you a broader picture, and you'll notice that most of the country actually is dealing with great weather. It's not just us. The one exception is up there across the Northeast, a low swirling. Interestingly enough, this low is going to draw in some moisture from Melissa, which we know all too well about. But I'll show you Melissa's path here in just a little bit, but do know that there's going to be some rain up there across the Northeast. Meantime, our high temperatures today expected to be in the mid-70s. 74 to be exact here in San Antonio, 71 Kerrville, 72 in Tarpley. And as I said, you can't draw it up any better than this. This is a beautiful fall day. Roll down the windows, get outside, and we'll get some more of this kind of weather coming up. Another look at that 7-day forecast. Head your way in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Well, the Congressional Budget Office warning the economy could lose billions of dollars due to the government shutdown. A report finds the shutdown will lower GDP growth for the quarter by 1 to 2 percentage points. Most of the decline will be recovered. However, depending on how long the shutdown continues, the CBO found the economy could lose up to $14 billion. CBO saying the decline is the result of fewer services provided by federal workers, less spending in goods and services, and lower SNAP benefits. However, the agency also says, quote, the effects of the shutdown on the economy are uncertain.
President Trump on his way back to Washington after his high-stakes meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. ABC's Mola Lenghi reports the president now hoping to finalize the trade deal between the two countries and avoid a costly trade war.
The stock market shrugged off the modest results of President Trump's nearly 2-hour trade meeting with China's President Xi Jinping in Malaysia. It was their first face-to-face talk since 2019.
I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was at 12.
The president announcing the effective rate of tariffs on China has been lowered by 10%, from 57% down now to 47%. The rate is still higher than when Trump's second term began. This trade truce, though, is only temporary.
We have a deal. Now, every year we'll renegotiate the deal, but I think the deal will go on for a long time, long beyond the year. We'll negotiate at the end of a year.
The president says China has agreed to resume buying American soybeans. Their boycott has pushed some American farmers toward bankruptcy. And China also said it would delay for 1 year restrictions on the sale of its rare earth minerals that are critical for making smartphones and cars.
All of the rare earth has been settled, and that's for the world.
Mola Lenghi, ABC News, Washington.
Well, President Donald Trump threatened to start testing nuclear weapons today. In a social media post, he said he has instructed the Defense Department to start testing nuclear weapons on an equal basis with other countries. The U.S. hasn't detonated a nuclear weapon since 1992, and Russia last did it in 1990, and China tested a nuclear weapon in 1996. So the most recent nuclear explosion was conducted by North Korea in 2017. However, China, Russia, and the U.S. routinely test systems and devices that are capable of carrying nuclear warheads.
Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino sitting for a deposition today. He's become the face of Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago. That operation has resulted in more than 3,000 arrests since September. At issue for the deposition is whether federal agents have engaged in aggressive behavior against peaceful protesters. It could last up to 5 hours. Yesterday, an appeals court halted a judge's order requiring him to provide daily briefings on his agents' activities. He'd been ordered to warn protesters and journalists before using tear gas and less lethal munitions. Justice Department attorneys convinced an appeals court daily briefings would be, quote, extremely disruptive.
Well, Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley is asking the Federal Trade Commission to investigate international wedding planning website, The Knot. So Grassley accuses the company of fraudulent and deceptive business practices, saying it misled small businesses that advertise on the site. He says his office has received nearly 200 complaints from wedding vendors claiming The Knot failed to honor advertising contracts, sent fake leads, and also falsely promised discounts. The Knot denies the allegations, saying it is committed to transparency and helping wedding professionals grow their businesses. The website for The Knot says it links more than 4 million users with over 900,000 small businesses in North America, Latin America, Europe, and Asia.
We're seeing new images of the widespread devastation in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa touched down there. I'm Rena Roy, and I'll have the latest on the aftermath coming up.
We'll take a look at this. Hurricane Melissa leaving behind mass destruction.
Well, at least a dozen people have died after the storm tore through the Caribbean this week. And Hurricane Melissa, now a Category 2 storm, is moving towards Bermuda.
As ABC's Rena Roy reports, Jamaica was hit particularly hard with roads flooded and homes destroyed.
Drone footage shows the widespread devastation in Jamaica. Streets turned to rivers, cars submerged in water, trees snapped in half, and piles of debris scattered around. The Prime Minister declaring the entire island a disaster area.
Yesterday was horrible, horrific, terrifying, the worst day of my entire life, the worst experience of my entire life.
A resort guest taking this cell phone video showing damage around the hotel, their room also flooded. ABC's Ike Ajachi in the storm zone.
The town of Santa Cruz is completely devastated. A wall of water and rock came from the mountains right through the center of town, destroying everything. Getting back to normal will take months.
Most of the island is without power, the U.S. now stepping in to help. The State Department sending several dozen disaster relief workers who will help with search and rescue missions. The U.S. military also expected to airlift food, water, and other critical supplies to remote areas. Tourists like Alexis and Taviana still stuck with airports closed, some sustaining damage.
At this point, we don't even mind if we go anywhere in the U.S. We just want to get a flight off the island.
Cuba and Haiti also hit hard. Heavy rainfall and flooding destroying roads and homes.
Bermuda could also see hurricane conditions tonight as Melissa passes by and stays out to sea. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
All right, outside with live cam, we're still sitting in the mid-60s. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day. Not so nice, though, on the roads right now. I want to show you TransGuide one more time. This is 37 or 281 you're looking at here. Exit onto I-35 North. It is continuing to be blocked here due to a crash. Looks like they're trying to get it cleaned up. But you look around downtown and we've got quite a bit of congested traffic. One because of construction here, and then because of that crash, traffic now being backed up all the way to Hildebrand. We've got to look at your weekend forecast coming up.
"15 minutes. That's how much time you need to adjust to the new daylight saving time, which happens this weekend.
That's right. So sleep specialist Dr. Ben Long says you can start today by adjusting your bedtime by that 15 minutes.
Doesn't seem so hard. He says you have to be careful because if you don't plan, you could end up getting too much sleep.
Actually getting too much sleep, which sounds crazy because all of our life we want that extra sleep. But since most of us are operating out of a sleep deficit, sometimes when we're trying to catch up on the weekend, this extra hour that we get this weekend can kind of put us over to where we're actually stealing from our ability to fall asleep on Sunday night.
So fall back is obviously easier to adjust to than spring forward, but less sunlight might also mean some mood changes. So he says to be intentional about getting more sunlight during the next few months. Signs to look for are irritability, mood swings, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. So it may be good to find a support system.
So another way to deal with the change on Sunday is by setting your alarm to wake up 1 hour earlier so you don't have trouble falling asleep that night. I already had plans to do that because our coworker, Miss Ayala, we're going to go running on Sunday. He's like, let's just go earlier. I'm like, yeah, it's a great idea.
Just kickstart your system.
Yeah.
I remember when I was just reading, you can get too much sleep. I was like, shucks. I know it's a real thing, but
I know he's telling the truth, but not on this schedule.
No, not us.
Especially them.
I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime. So just you get a lot of sleep debt on the schedule, and that's okay.
But it is going to be beautiful running weather.
It is. Let's talk a little bit about daylight saving time, what this means. So the clocks fall back at 2 a.m. Sunday. For folks who are out late on Saturday, they know that very well, but don't be caught off guard here. And Saturday, know that the sunrise is at 7:47, but look at the sunrise on Sunday, 6:48. Obviously, that's the time change. Sunset, 6:47 on Saturday. Sunset on Sunday, 5:46. And what we know about daylight saving time when this happens, because people are leaving work sometimes around that time, that traffic gets worse. The evening commute tends to get so much worse because it's getting dark earlier. So, just something to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, here's another fun stat for you. Average first freeze. Because some places in the hill country did get a freeze this morning, we get this question a lot. When can we expect our first freeze in San Antonio? And I know your plants and all that, you want to know an exact time. And I'll tell you this, there is actually a pretty wide range of dates in which this can happen. Anytime November through December, really. But if you average it all out, San Antonio's in this light blue color here. So we're talking about November 28th to December 4th. That's when it averages out. That does not mean that's when it's going to happen. Again, it's just, over the years, if you put all the numbers together. The hill country would be now, and that has pretty much verified this morning with some places hitting freezing. So we'll see how things play out here as we get into November. But I'll tell you this, we are not expecting any freezing temperatures in the near term. We'll be at 43 tomorrow morning, and then right around 50 as we get into next week. That is below average, but not, overly cold or anywhere near freezing. So some great days really on the way, great fall-like days, and today is a perfect example of that. 64 currently, 66 in Boulevardy, 64 Comfort, 62 right now in Tarpley. This is where we end up. 70s, mid-70s, 74 here in town, 75 Stinson, 73 in Seguin. Just gorgeous. If you're heading out to the Spurs game tonight, when you're walking into the Frost Bank Center, temperatures will be in the 60s, comfortable. When you leave the game, cool, but not cold. And we hope the Spurs get 5th win of the season. Man, they look great. I'm excited about that. All right, very quickly, Futurecasts. We expect that we'll get some clouds coming in on Saturday. Again, trick-or-treat weather looks great. It's just that we may see a couple of showers during the afternoon on Saturday. This is 5 o'clock and it does show a little bit of activity. I wouldn't let this impact your weekend plans. Just know you'll have a few more clouds and you may have to dodge a shower or two on Saturday, but I would say that this is not going to be a big issue. We're going to put rain chances at 20%, and on Sunday it clears out, so it looks good. Melissa, you guys just talked about that a little bit. 1 p.m. update, winds are at 105. This thing is racing now off to the north and east, and it'll be in cooler waters as early as tomorrow and then start to fall apart. So your extended forecast, 77 tomorrow, 76 Saturday, 73 Sunday, and then warm temperatures, warmer next week.
Thank you, Justin. We will enjoy this cooler weather. Well, this weekend, people will gather for the 17th annual Diwali San Antonio Festival of Lights. We are learning more about the celebration this noon. That's coming up in 2.5 minutes.
All right, looking ahead to this weekend, the sights and sound of the traditions of India will light up the night sky at the Hemisphere and Arneson River Theater for the 17th annual Diwali San Antonio Festival of Lights. So excited about this.
Yes, and joining us this morning to tell us more about the celebration is Pallavi Numani with Diwali SA. And good morning, and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, first of all, for someone who hasn't been to the Festival of Lights, tell us a little bit about what people can expect.
It's a wonderful celebration that starts at 4:30 and it goes to midnight. It's very family friendly and they can experience a lot of Indian culture through food, merchandise, and performances.
And can you talk a little bit about how this is very family friendly event? You guys have events for kids and then there's performances.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, it's free. Everybody can come downtown and we've got a little area right at the end of Yanaguana Playground for all of the children to do activities. There is some story time and hands-on play and fun for them. Everybody of all ages will absolutely enjoy the performances. There's plenty of ground seating in Hemisphere Civic Park where everybody can sit down and enjoy the show and get a great seat no matter where you are.
And talk to us a little bit about, for people that are not familiar with the Festival of Light, what does it celebrate? What is the tradition behind it?
Diwali is a celebration of good over evil and illumination over darkness. And so in lighting these candles or oil wicks, we celebrate that sharing of light and love with everybody around us. And so it's a really beautiful way for the full community to come together. And we have a Diya ceremony that commemorates that at the Arneson right after the river parade around 7 o'clock.
And we're showing some of the images here, Steph. It looks so beautiful, right?
Yes, and it's grown over the years. Tell me about that here in San Antonio. It's grown over the years. So, what are your favorite parts of the festival?
Yeah, absolutely. So the festival was started back in 2009 to commemorate the sister city relationship between San Antonio and Chennai in India. And it started off as a maybe 3,000 to 5,000 attendee festival and has grown to approximately a 45,000 attendee festival in the past year. My favorite part of the event is really just seeing everybody come together. It's a true San Antonio event, and it brings in people from all over San Antonio and outside of San Antonio, quite honestly, to celebrate and share in community.
There, one more time, tell us when it's happening, what time?
Happening this Saturday, November 1st, starting at 4:30, going to midnight. Shows at the Arneson River Theater and 2 stages in Hemisphere, and proudly co-hosted by Anuja San Antonio and the City of San Antonio.
Awesome.
Pallavi, thank you for joining us.